Hi there, in this video we're looking at starting to assemble our Lego minifigure, and hopefully by the end of the video you'll have something that looks like this with your customized parts. So to start off an assembly you'll need to go into new, and we want to make sure that we're in the right project file. Go up to metric and it's standard millimeters under the assembly. Go and create. This brings up our assembly environment. You notice up here you've got a different menu, and this now relates to creating an assembly. So the first button we're going to use is the place. We make sure we click the place button rather than the word, and we want to find the body there. So whatever you've called it, we can click that, click open. We can then click to place that, and you'll see that it then gives me the option to place another one. We don't want that, so we're going to press escape, which is the top left button off your keyboard there. We now have our torso or the body in the assembly there. We want to ground that so we can build the rest of the model around it without it moving around in the environment that we're in. So we're going to right click on the name there, and we'll go down to grounded and click that. That is now fixed in position. What we're next going to add is going to add the head. So get up to the place, clicking on the icon, and this time going down to head, click open, and again we can place one of those in just by clicking and again pressing the escape on the top left side of our keyboard. So we now need to add a constraint, and the constraint is going to tell how the head attaches onto the body there. So going up to the constraint tab, and the first constraint we're going to use is a center axis. So I hover over that, because that's a cylindrical object. You'll see that I've got a kind of dotted dashed line down the middle there. I can click that, and I can go over the neck, and because that's again it's cylindrical, I can click that as well. And that's now telling those two center axes to line up. I can click OK, and that's going to close that and apply it there as well. So that's now applied. Okay, and you'll see that the head is now lined up with that neck. I can move it around still. I can move it up and down. I can turn it around. That's lined up there. Obviously, we don't want the head moving off the body, so we're going to add another constraint there. So again, click constraint tool. This time we're going to take the top of the body, so there. And I'm going to rotate this round so I can see the bottom of the head. And we want that little surface there at the bottom of the neck. And again, I can click apply. I'm just going to close this to get rid of that, and we can rotate that round. Now we can see what freedom we have. So the head now rotates, but it no longer moves up and down because it's constrained to the body. Next up, we're going to add the waist. So I'm going to place, go down to waist, click open, I'm going to click one of those there, and then just press escape to get rid of that there. So this time we're going to constrain the bottom of the waist to the bottom side of the body there. So again, the constraint tool. I'm going to click that surface there. Rotate this round, and I'm going to click that surface there, that big flat surface. And try to click the surface rather than any lines. So clicking the surface there. Click apply. I'm just going to close that. And you'll see that that's now, if we rotate this round, it's now lined up so it stays on the bottom. You can still go forwards and backwards and side to side there as well. So we'll add a few more constraints. So the constraint, I'm going to click the front of this body and the front of that there. See, it's flipped round. So we don't want that. We want this to be a flush mate. So we can click flush, click apply, and I'm just going to close this to show you what happens. Now that can now move side to side, but it can no longer move front and back. So we've said these two surfaces have to line up. So we'll add one last constraint to stop that having any movement. So constraint again, look at this face here, and this time we are looking to select that very corner. Click there, click apply, and we'll close that there. And you'll find now that waist is now attached to that torso there. Going up to place again, we're now going to add some legs. So we're just going to start with the right leg here. So select that, open. We'll click to place one of those, and again just press escape. Go to constraint tool again. I'm going to constrain this face here. I'm going to take this round to that surface there. Click apply. I'm just going to close that to show you. So that's now, that surface is lined up. But we now need to tell it that we want the middle of that leg, the hole in that leg, to be lined up with that axis there. So constraint here. We can hover over there, we're getting that center axis appearing, that dotted dashed line in the middle, click there, hover over this one here, getting the same line, click, and then just click apply there. And we can close this You see the leg is now part of the body. Okay, it can rotate right into the body. There are ways to stop that in Inventor, but we're not going to focus on that at the moment because we've got a constraint as much as we want now. So we're now going to add the left leg. So in here, left leg, open, click to place it, press escape to get rid of it. So constrain again, I'm going to constrain that surface there. I'm going to rotate this round, and I'm going to constrain it to that surface there. Click apply. I'm just going to close that. Sometimes it's worthwhile just dragging that leg so you can see exactly what you want to be selecting next. So constraint. There we are, getting that center axis, and again this is a center axis constraint. Click there, click apply, and close that there. Now, if I rotate my model around again, I've got my legs both added, I've got some freedom of movement there. The waist is fixed, the body is fixed position, and the head rotate, I can't move up and down now. Okay, and that's what we're looking to get to. And if you've got all those constraints done, great work.